Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. On today's episode, we're going to reflect on Club Brugge 1, Aston Villa 3. We have a little bit of a tactical debrief, taking a look at the images of what we saw from the game. So if you are new around here, make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you're getting in the comments. Make sure you're hitting that like button. So do all of the good stuff that helps this channel grow. You are the most important people because you are the ones that watch it and you are the ones that add everything to it. You know, you add all of the key parts of interacting with the channel. So thank you very much for doing that. But also thank you all for showing your support to the Villains, my new second side hustle, side venture that I am really excited to be working on. You've all shown loads of love by already subscribing to this channel. So if you haven't already, make sure you're heading on over. You can either click the link that's in the description or I'll pin the comments. So in the comment sections, it'll be the top one. You just click it, subscribe. Helps me out massively, like I say. So cheers for all of your continued support. So feels good, doesn't it? It absolutely feels good. The day after a Champions League win. Just breathe it in. Just breathe it in because it's something that I haven't experienced in my lifetime. And I've made a big point of making sure that I fully invest myself in this Champions League campaign. And I am loving every minute of it. And, you know, watching the game yesterday when the goals went in, they would just hit differently. Especially the second one we scored, it just brought out so much emotion of the magnitude of that goal. It was absolutely massive because in knockout football, it's a little bit weird, isn't it? Because the fact that we've won the game kind of is very good, but kind of irrelevant because the only things that matter are the goals and getting the goals advantage. Because now having those 2 extra goals, that is what we've got at Villa Park, isn't it? It's that 2-goal advantage that means that scoreboard is what is so important. Whereas when you're watching Premier League, yes, it's important, but it's just about the win, isn't it? Just getting the win. But the fact that this 2 goals is absolutely huge. So the magnitude of those is just very important. And there's such a fine line in knockout football because if you get it wrong and if you get one half of football wrong, it can be all over. And you're looking at someone like the results last night, PSV 1, Arsenal 7. They've got that horribly wrong and they are out. And any team in this competition can beat anybody really because there's no real, apart from young boys, whipping boys of the competition, because these are all seasoned teams that are winning domestic trophies season on, season out. So I think it's just so important that we relish it and we enjoy it and we embrace it because, yeah, it was massive. And to get the penalty at the end, it kind of felt like Olympiacos in the sense of that extra goal just means so much for us. And the tie's far from over. And what I will say about the actual tie is that the next goal in this game is very, very important because if Villa get the next goal, the tie is pretty much done and dusted. You're talking 3-goal swing. And at Villa Park, we are in a very, very strong position. So Bruges' approach will be get the next goal and take it to a 1-goal deficit. So it's far from over with these 2 goals, but we have put ourselves in a very, very comfortable position. And we are in a position where, say last night's game, it was quite tactical at times. It was quite tight in certain phases of the game. But Bruges don't now have that advantage of being able to approach the game like that. They've got to score goals. So for a Villa point of view, that should help us in the fact that they are going to come on to us, and it'll mean that we are able to hopefully pick them apart as well. So that is the really good aspect of it, really. And I was really pleased that the substitutions and the tactical tweak that we made when they came on enabled us to push even further and add a different dimension on the game. Ramsey's driving, Asensio's forward-thinking quality, Cash's drive from right back, different element that we had at right back compared to Disasi. And I still think Disasi had a good game. So it was just a top-away performance, and it's not going to be easy. And why should it be easy at this stage in the tournament? So I think there are moments where we have to defend. There are moments where you have to maybe ride your luck. There are moments where you have to take your chances. So it's got a bit of everything, really. But the fundamental thing was just don't lose. And I'd have been happy. I'd have been probably happy with the 1-1, to be fair, and getting them back to Villa Park. But you can see how difficult and edgy and cagey that game could have been at 1-1. So it was a very pleasing aspect that we was able to really get the victory in this game. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the goals. We're going to go through some of the major talking points. What can we pick out? What have we done well? What can be done better? And we'll analyse the game as well. So get a drink, get a little cuppa or something, and sit back and enjoy my analysis. Okay, right. So here we go. So Austin McPhee, LA. Another Austin McPhee set piece magic here. This is very, very, very good from Aston Villa. A great routine. We've done this a few times this season, so I have seen this set up from Villa before, but it is clever. It's probably one of my favourite ones that we've scored off this season, and we are scoring off a lot this season. Why I like it is that it's chaos. It's absolute chaos from McPhee, because what we do is we put the ball into this area through here. So what it ends up being is this side 3, this side of 3 are completely in different phases of this set piece. And what the aim is, the 3 on this side attack the ball. The 3 on this side find space and get into the correct area. And this man has a very important role to be able to time a run, peel off, and attack space. And it is so clever. And it is also so well executed, because the ball goes into the correct area. It goes into an area of Tyrone Mings. We've got 3 players that attack that back post area. And we can also see the space in which has been left, because every single Bruges player is attracted to the ball or the man. And what ends up happening is that header comes across, and Leon Bailey is able to drive in and attack that space. And it is a fantastic goal. And the technique on it is absolutely incredible. And it set us up so well. We got into the game very early, 1-0 up, and we looked comfortable. We looked very, very comfortable. We then had this moment here with Marcus Rashford, and I just felt like the ball just wasn't quite with him. And he's able to drive forward and get into a really good area. And he could have passed it into that space, but I don't feel like he fully had it under control, and he was driving with it, but I just felt like it was stuck under his foot a little bit. So this was a really good opportunity, and we still work it well, and we work a shooting opportunity. Bailey plays in Rashford, and Rashford fires at the keeper. But Villa are absolutely purring at this point. We are purring, and I'm sensing goals here. I'm sensing there's more goals in it. We're going to be able to get more opportunities, and we actually do end up in this scenario right here, not that one, this one. And this is the Bruges goal. And I mentioned it on my match reaction that it reminded me of the Spurs goal that we conceded at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where Watkins is away. He's tried to flick it round the corner. It's been intercepted, and they're able to break, just like my voice did there. And this has got to work. This pass here, it's Rodgers to Watkins, and he has to execute it, in my opinion, because it is a huge opportunity, a through ball to Watkins, who would be one-on-one with the keeper, and it gets cut out. And from that moment, they score. And there's a lot wrong with Villa's defending at the same time. So it gets cut out from this position here. So the fine line between Villa attacking and Villa conceding is there for you all to see. The ball gets recycled. The ball gets turned over. But we've got a note here that this is the goal scorer and this is Leon Bailey. Now, Bailey's Villa's right winger, and he's up against the Bruges left back. And that is Bailey's man. So the ball goes on, and it's a ball over the top. And, you know, the line is okay. It's not perfect, but we were never going to play them offside for this situation. And the ball goes into that channel there over the top of Disasi. Now, Disasi actually stands the player up really well. He stops him from able to get a shot off. He stops him from being able to cut inside. But what happens is that player that we spoke about just has ran in front and ran across Leon Bailey, and that's Bailey's man. So the fine line between attack and defense, but also doing the basics. And it's all about basics. Again, we're talking about a goal that Villa have conceded, and all you've got to do is do the basics. If Leon Bailey tracks back and follows his man, this goal doesn't happen. And he knows this because Emery spoke about it after the game. He praised Bailey for the goal, but he also said that that was his man and it ran off him, and he knows it was his man and he has to defend better. So Bailey, a remarkable goal, but it falls with his marker that is the person that he should be marking. So very disappointing defensively, and hopefully next time it happens, he follows his man. And it's a great finish. It's a great strike. It's in the bottom corner. So, you know, it's 1-1, and it's now a slightly different game from a Villa point of view, really. And apart from that, they had some half chances. We had some half chances, and they had that shot that Martinez saved. And then Asensio comes on the pitch, and Ramsey's on the pitch, and we start making real inroads around 67, 70. And again, fine margins. We've got Ramsey, who's ran to the byline, crossed it for Asensio. Great strike from Asensio. Really good save from the keeper. And you're thinking, okay, he's getting in that position, Asensio. He's looking really good. And then what happens? They go down the other end of the pitch straight away and have this header. And, I mean, what a goal line clearance this is. What a goal. If there's ever a redemption for making a mistake, just like Bailey has, Bailey's made a mistake in this game, and Mings made the mistake in the first game, and Mings has corrected his mistake. Like, this is wonderful to see in the Champions League, body on the line, throwing your body at it, protecting the goal. This is what we want to see from our defenders. Defenders defending well, and absolute top quality from Tyrone Mings. Now, this is very, very good. We've had a little incisive pass from Asensio to Ramsey. From this position, Ramsey's peeled back and he's gone into this area and played a nice pass to Boubacar Kamara. But the pace of the passing and the incisive nature is what makes this goal good. It's got purpose. It's got delivery. Ramsey popped it to Kamara, through into Rodgers, and Rodgers plays this brilliant cross, whipped it with pace, and it's an absolute great finish from the Bruges player. You know, fair play to him, the technique on it, you know, to get it in the top corner, you know, absolutely quality stuff. So it's a great goal for Villa, and it's just well worked, and it's just good as well to see something coming from Rodgers on the right as well, which is nice to see, because we know a lot of his good stuff is done through the middle. And here we go. We've got the finish. It's a great finish, that is. Great finish. But look at the Villa players that are waiting for a tap in if he doesn't get there. So he has to make contact with it, and it's in the top corner. And then we've got something that I think is very good from Matty Cash, is his desire that when that ball there loops into here, his desire is to get the ball. He could be just thinking, it's overhit, I'll just jog and try and get it. He's got drive to get there, and I really rate that from Cash. Really rate it, the desire to get on the end of it, and he wins it. And that is just desire, and it's mentality that I want the ball, and that's what I like. And that's something that I love from this performance, that we're not resting on our laurels. We're not just going through the motions at 1-1 thinking, yeah, it's half time, let's get back to Villa Park. We're actually thinking we want to win this game, and having that mentality is absolutely massive. And I just absolutely loved it. I'm so proud of the team, and the fact that we was able to get and score 3 goals in another away Champions League game. It seems like they're just coming freeze, don't they, the goals? So huge, plenty of positives in here, plenty of things to work on and get better at and learn from. And that's what we're doing. We're learning, we're evolving, and we'll take them at Villa Park. We'll take them at Villa Park. And I'm really looking forward to sitting back and watching Liverpool PSG now, and figuring out how they're going to play. Hopefully, I'm really rooting for PSG. That would be such a difficult game for Villa, but I am rooting for PSG. And yeah, I'm just loving the Champions League. So, bit of a mini debrief. We did a little bit more on stats and that on the match reaction. So I thought I'd share my thoughts on major talking points in this game. And yeah, just cheers for all the support. Cheers for everybody getting involved. Cheers for support on this as well. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're getting subscribed. And like I said, it'll be in the description or the pinned comment as well. So up next, what have we got? We've got the match preview for Brentford. That's coming out tomorrow. And then we'll have a double episode on Friday. Opposition previews are back. So that's been recorded today. And then we'll have press conference reaction as well on Friday. And then we'll have match reaction to the game on Saturday. And then we've got something nice and good coming next week. So we got something planned for next week as well. So yeah, just cheers for your support. Like, you are all absolute legends. The channel's nothing without you guys. So thank you very much. Enjoy your day. I'm sure you'll all be buzzing with whatever you're doing today. So weather's good as well. Weather looks good. Up the Villa.